You love the ideas. Please get a job with Riot. Yeah, I've probably been with this game longer than a lot of like Rioters. Especially if you include when I played like Dota 1. I mean, those aren't even like really complicated ideas, but you guys feel how much we need them. Right, what did you do to Urgot? What? Minions, please. Thank you for the escort and the lady. Oh my god, Madam Legs over here. Mmm. Madam Legs. The escort. I like it. Whew. How'd you guys like that? It's spicy all in. We this game into Dota. It's just like full circle, like Dota becomes League. Back and forth. Dota becomes League, becomes Dota. League 2, Dota 3. Let's go. Hextech wouldn't be a staple if they just added more items. God damn, you're so right, dude. Yeah. Can't say it's a staple if there's options. And yeah, you can't say it's just an all-in cheese fest anymore if you actually have items that you can counter the obvious. You see what I mean? The whole, like, not being able to counter the obvious is the real problem with the game right now. They call it, like, oh, so good with your mechanics. It's not. We're not playing Street Fighter. You can go play Smash Bros. If you want sweet mechanics. Like, you should be able to, oh, okay, they're going to do a ton of damage to me. Let's get this item that's not good unless they're doing a ton of damage to me. You know what I mean? Like, Dorn Shield and stuff like that. Kind of a good approach. They made it too strong, too one-sided, but, like, it doing damage after, or healing after your hit is a really good, like, approach. That kind of style in my items. It facilitates knowing what kind of interaction you're going to get. That's what I want. Especially for AP. League of Dota? Dota of Legends? What? I'm glad I get to see this giant enemy Crab God. It's kind of cool. It's got a little too much going on though, in my opinion. He's tilted. Rune pages that won't be... really? The rune pages won't be refunded? It's good. I was slowly letting go of my main account anyway, I guess. The reason you're playing Dota, not Dota 2, is because Dota 2 is more complicated and you love League designs. Style-wise, I think League wins, and the one reason that I won't play Dota 2 is because there's creep denying, and I hate that. In Dota, you guys, you auto-attack your own minions. And it's just, there's just an old glitch in the original Dota because it was a mod engine for for Warcraft 3 that you could auto attack your own units to try and get rid of them, and then people decided to like play that as like a competitive thing. And then Dota 2 came out. I was like, oh, thank God, no more of this shit. You can't hurt your own allies just to keep them off. Like what they did as like a sort of in between point was they made it you did like 90% less to your own minions. So you had to be like really precise. And it was so boring. I remember matches, people like really good players, quote unquote, would have like 12 CS on both sides at like 20 minutes. Because you would spend more time just denying your enemy than actually farming. And League of Legends, you gotta pressure them off the wave. And that is something that does not happen in other games where you kill your own units to deny. Vlad's Tides of Blood needs to pass through enemies. Yeah, I'm okay with it taking reduced damage as it does so. You know what I mean? That'd be fine. It could do like, 30% of its normal number. But it does need to like hit so I can be a mage and apply spell effects. Clearly Riot wants Vlad to be more of a mage than like a close quarters bully, because that's why they reworked him. He was a much closer spell cast. His Q was shorter, his E was shorter than that. You had to like hug someone. Like if this was an enemy champ, you had to hug them. And that was cool because you had to know when their cooldowns were up and which side of them to be on. And you could like bait and pressure people by sticking next to them, and you'd save pool right in the heart of combat. Now you use pool to duck under like crowd control effects coming my way, and then that's just try to like dump a bunch of spells. But I would like to be able to like position and poke and flourish it like a distance if possible. That would be cool. Yeah, it does full damage, but it has to kill the other enemy. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, you lost me. Explain a little bit more. What part of Callista Spear are you talking about, I guess? Because everything she does is a spear. I might have been thinking you were talking about the skill shot when you were talking about the remove effect. I don't know. Like how Callista Spear works. Everything, her auto attacks, her Q, everything she does is a spear. Her Q. Oh, so if it kills something, it keeps going. Okay. What's up, Morgs? Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna shove this one more wave like a greedy boy. The laser sharks, they chomping in from the future. They say this guy's alright, so for the sake of the future, let's team up, alright? All of man and shark kind. You bought, okay, you read up on a thing. Wait, that could, yeah, Vlad has a hard-ass time farming for no real reason. Someone who scales, he should have really good farm. In fact, his Q, the tooltip says, it's instant damage, making it one of the best spells in the game to farm with. That's not true. It goes on cooldown if you try to farm with it and doesn't heal you, like, all the time. Amongst other things, it's glitchy in other ways, and it's just not ideal to farm with. Like, you should use your auto attacks to farm, and those are glitchy, so you can't use E because it costs 8% of your health. So like, what are you left with? Your ults? You know, farm with ults, maybe? Gonna go play some ranked? You'll be here, not talking? Alright, Ceruli. Go give him the hell. By the way, Pro, did you ever get to Canada on the hardest game mode? One time. One time. I'm talking Death Road to Canada, and I haven't played it since several very large updates. I would, you know what? Maybe we should Death Road to Canada later. Drunk driving to Canada. Alright, Urgot, you're boring me. I'm gonna push your tower now. I'm poking you. I mean, it's within reason. I like spooking this guy. Kind of wish she did physical damage. One thing about Kat, she could stand to do some changes. Maybe give her energy. Yeah, I'm okay with her refilling her energy on successful hits. But guess we'll never know. I kind of wish she did physical damage. Fighting games like Street Fighter. What, you want to get into fighting games, but mostly fighting games because the microtransactions are hard to implement into fighting games? What? I thought microtransactions were like the entirety of fighting games. I must have misread you. I feel like my favorite fighting games is still Smash Bros. Just because of the platforming. So I kind of like offbeat stuff. But I was like a Killer Instinct god for a minute. I'd say Persona Arena could be fun. What? I hate that people don't know what Shin Megami is. They only know Shin Megami Persona, and they think it's just a series called Persona. I like the Shin Megami series much more than I like the rest of it. Persona's okay, but the rest of the Shin Megami games are like some of the best RPGs I've ever played in my life. Digital Devil Summoner, Spirit Inquisitioner, fucking Nocturne. All the Shin Megami games are so good. Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne was so good. You have Apocalypse, yeah, exactly. #1 Village Ninja, you playing some Naruto? Dude, nice. Yeah, the Naruto game was pretty solid. It was pretty solid. It took all the right pages from Dragon Ball Z. The whole Budokai and all the other one series. Super Xenoversages. They came out with like way too many of those. That was their undoing, actually. They would have been popular longer if they let the hardcore fighters get crazy good with them. But they're like, here's a new one, and here's a new one, and here's a new one. It's like, they're not really coming out with that many Dragon Ball Z characters, are they? It takes us a year to finish an arc. But the One Piece game, Grand Battle, was like this arcade fighting game. Not Burning Blood. Burning Blood came out, and it was just another Budokai ripoff, and it didn't do it as well as the Naruto one. As a One Piece fan, I'm not like still blind when there's just like a better version of something else out. As a fighting game, it was okay. It wasn't. Other things kind of did that same formula better. But there was this game called One Piece Grand Battle for like the GameCube and PS2. It was just an adaptation of an arcade game from Japan, and it was so fucking fun. You ran around like in circles like in an arena and comboed people in like a 3D environment arena. and you can jump and do all sorts of wacky combos, and it was just like one of the best games I've ever played. I'm shocked that formula isn't more used in fighting games, like 360-degree environment fighting. There's like this like lock-on faux 360-degree in a lot of games. My bad. Trundle, could you help out? Trundle no zoning. Feels bad. Trundle just freaking ran away. Didn't turn on him at all. Yeah, they didn't really add much, and then they added the wrong things. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, absolutely. Almost, at least. This Trundle did nothing. There was Talon here, and he was hanging out here with LeBlanc. Or Lux. And Elise was fighting here, and Trundle was just like walking back and forth. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I can't. You guys, these sentences are too much for me right now. I like to be interactive, but I have to read that kind of chat after the fight. Yeah, I would like a fighting game with all the Shin Megami characters. That is to say, all like the mythical, like dead lore creatures they bring about. But it would also be like probably just full of Persona. Play some like Jack Frost, throw Dante in the mix again just for fun. What's Trundle doing? AFK or something. I'm walking in circles. Oh, I'm sorry. Probox gets paranoid. They don't know you. Give him time. He'll warm up to you. You'll get promoted to VIP rank in his eyes, and then bada boom, free song requests, free links, the whole deal. This is Vlad, man. Oh, good job, Trundle. This guy. When your feels amazing man gets typed out. Can relate. We got enough for Void. You should buy, buddy. You should shut the fuck up, Magneto. I'm doing it. I'm not your buddy guy. Well, I don't know you, friend. Not your friend, buddy. This is my favorite Vlad skin, too. It's easily the best one. The Zolfire. It's that black and green life. Oh, he finally goes in when I'm not there? Yeah. Good job, man. Good job. Alright, we're gonna go for some move speed. The Lux damage? Oh yeah. It's a real love-hate relationship with Lux and myself. I like the champion. I love everything about her kit. I think it's a beautifully balanced champion in a sense. But her AP ratios are a little high on the easiest part of the kit. I would prefer them perhaps a little harder on like passive, but lighter elsewhere, and maybe like stronger shield scaling. They could maybe lower the cooldown. I just feel like the E pop is a little much for what it is. I mean, considering it also has slow. Yeah, I mean, it's not insane early or anything, but pretty good. It goes 1-for-1 with a lot of AP, and Lux is the reason a lot of AP. Like Lux alone is the reason for one of the Rise reworks, and even after that, they changed other characters just based on how well they could interact with Lux, because it was just Lux mid every time. And then they got rid of Spell Vamp over it because her and 2 other people were too good with Spell Vamp. So they got rid of it and then brought it right back and said, okay, we'll get rid of it during a Mage update. And then they tried to fix everybody who needed Spell Vamp, and it kind of worked. Cassiopeia was glitched into being broken good which is to say you could, like, you know, abuse the glitches and land like snares that you weren't facing the right way for. Rise became kind of meh. Aurelion Soul was introduced, and they tried to make him work with the new item mechanics, and they don't. Is Gunblade good on Cass? It's not terrible, but it's not. It's like too much AD, and she doesn't get to use the Bilgewater Cutlass during it. Looks just to hide that she's a mage from most of the population. You hate any state that tries to say it's all about justice. I get justice. Keep that justice away from me. You ain't fooling no one. Yeah, our prisons are too bloated for an unfortunate fact of life here in America. I mean, you create a land of opportunity, you get a lot of people that abuse opportunity. You do have to mitigate it, but we should be more upstanding about it rather than just sort of, yeah, that problem arose, so we threw the book at it, sort of thing. If you ever get good control on your E, you guys, practice not finishing off a single minion. You spam with Gunblade would be really good. I mean, you'd think so. You're free to try it, but you're looking at a lot of gold. Talent's trash though. Only assassins and AP fighters, yeah, and Katarina, who is all the above. And for some reason LeBlanc, just because LeBlanc's autos fit into her combo quite nicely. I will say that for as shit as the rest of LeBlanc's design is, numerically, the actual animations and how long all the windups take and the actual positioning, they're very well made on that front, on that part of her character. I could heal tank this. Hello and well played. What's up, Firefly? How you doing? I was using those to heal and charge Crimson Rush, please. Mejas, we might have to. Where'd she go? Got him. Mmm. Tasty. Oh boy. Well, that was fun. Yeah, most honor, baby. That was fun. It was mage versus mage there, Lux. You have my respect. You have my respect. It wasn't an easy matchup for her. She won it. A tricky Talon will go back, but it's like a faux back. They'll walk wide, hop the two sides through the river to come get and like Thunderlord's cheesy with an ignite, but she didn't fall to that. She was doing an impressive backline nuke. But I just had to convince